y'all.
This week, man.
This week. Good morning, everyone. This is Grown Women Game at Volume 241. You already know the best thing on a Saturday morning, and I'm glad you guys came through and hanged out with us this morning. Shout out to the people who was chilling in the chat. You know, we was a little late, a little tardy, but you know, we got you now. Let's just start off with what have you been playing and introducing yourself to the people out there if it's their first time here. So it looks like Delilah's second today, so we're gonna start off with her first.
Okay, so for me this week, I'm gonna say after the show last week, because like I got a chance to play a little bit of Monster Hunter Rise with y'all, and that was a lot of fun. But I mean, in all fear of transparency, I haven't touched it since then. But I did enjoy what I played. Also got a chance to put a couple of hours into Hi-Fi Rush, which I absolutely enjoyed. I'm pretty sure we'll touch on that topic a little bit later. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that I purchased a analog pocket about a little over a year ago, and it finally got here. The delivery finally got here. So I've been playing some retro games on that, and the two games that I played on the pocket were an old school classic, which is Mystical Ninja on Super NES, and also for the NES I played some Super Mario Brothers 3. And that's pretty much it. That's been my gaming all week. Outside of that, you know, as always, you know, House Simulator 2023. So that's it.
First edition.
Right. First edition, you know. All
right. That's what's up. All right, let's see who's next. We got Miss CHAREECE. Let's go.
Girl, CHAREECE here. So we played Monster Hunter Rise, but I went back and played it some more.
Okay.
So I'm Hunter level 2, I believe.
You see that? You heard it? She told on herself. I went back and played by myself.
Yeah.
I mean,
I actually am enjoying the game. I don't know. It's still, it takes a while to kill these monsters. But my little mount thingy.
I know, so cute.
My cat is like on point with it. Like, I love them so much. I would die for that cat, man. For that cat. I played. Oh my God, what did I play this week? Oh,
Genshin.
Of course, Genshin. But Midnight Suns, their first DLC dropped this week. It is Deadpool, and I absolutely love it. He breaks the fourth wall. He is hilarious. His moves are on the high side, but like his actions are hilarious. Like, he knows he's in a video game. He knows he's a video game character. And it's a treat. So there's that. What else did I play? Of course, Vampire Survivors in between lunch breaks and stuff. But other than that, I think that's all.
All right. In the chat, let us know what you've been playing this week. I am personally intrigued on it. All right, we got LBOOGIE in the building. LBOOGIE, how you doing today? How you doing?
Pretty good. I've pretty much been playing most of the same stuff. I got probably about 2.5 hours of Hi-Fi Rush going. It's fun. Like, the timing aspect is real fun in the game. I'm getting better with that. I think I've gotten to the second boss, Rekka. And then I'm playing Forespoken, which that game has a bunch of unnecessary hate. We kind of spoke about it before we started, but I'm playing that. And then Monster Hunter Rise and Fortnite. So I'm kind of stacked. And then we got Harry Potter coming out. On the 7th, I think we'll be able to start playing it. So,
ooh, really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because if you pre-order it, you get play a couple of days early.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you pre-order the deluxe edition.
Okay.
Oh, deluxe. Okay.
You got to get the deluxe edition, which I ended up getting it on PC now.
That shit
so I'll play it on PC.
Smooth as butter.
I think I'm getting on PC too.
Well, yeah, when you said that, Streets, I was like, all right, well, then I'll have somebody to play on PC. So I went on ahead and cancel my pre-order on Xbox and I'll play it on there. Especially because like if there's gonna be like any mods or anything like that later on, I'm sure that they're gonna be, you know, on the PC. But yeah, so that's what I've been playing.
Oh yeah, for PC for the mods alone, you know they're gonna be crazy in that game.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
You're gonna see Harry flying in there. You know?
Right, exactly. They're gonna put him in the game. You're gonna be the first thing to add.
Right. Hagrid gonna be there. Everybody, you know.
I completely understand the choice of PC.
Yeah.
As for me, you already know it's Lady Infamous 415. We did play some Fortnite. Now I'm gonna tell you, when we play like battle royale type of game, I think me and LBOOGIE, or like first person shooters, me and LBOOGIE, I don't know, it's just years of playing with each other that we got this, you know, certain je ne sais quoi, that our percentage of dubs is high, like 35% extra.
And I will tell you that je ne sais quoi is stay on task. You know.
It's like a game plan. We gotta get this and this and this, and
right.
Act and ready to go. Make sure we on high points. Let them not see us. You know, shoot the person with the hammer first. You know, things like that. You know.
Oh, y'all got it down, huh?
Yeah, but I will say, like, if it comes down to it, we get rushed. Lady is out of there. Like,
no, she'll run off on her own. We
know
that.
Run
we know
off.
that already.
She gonna run off. You like, damn, like,
I'm gonna get your key. I'll come right back. I can admit that.
And you die, and you just see Lady running, like, you know, because you know when you die, like, go to the next player. So, like, all of a sudden, you just like, all right, well, you know, she out, you know.
Wait, don't do me. You making it seem like I do it all the time. You know, I go bust a Yui, I go grab the keys, and I be doing some clutch work on the van. Tell me I never did that.
Occasionally.
Occasionally.
Usually
I
your
swear
ass gets shot
your
right
ass
away.
last week. I revived somebody last week.
You might have.
Oh, you might have. Okay. I get it. It's still fun. It's still fun. I think one thing I like about Fortnite, everybody's dancing in the lobby. Everybody's dancing in the lobby. It's never a still lobby. Monster Hunter Rise. My expectations wasn't that big going in at first, because I was like, man, look, I hope it ain't the same problems that I was dealing with Monster Hunter World. But you know, it was nice. I like the fast travel in between the town, so I don't have to go walk everywhere. I'm pushing to level 3-star. I know I am. I'm like maybe 1 or 2 missions. I know it. I've been grinding all week. So I'm like, yeah, I can mess with this. How CHAREECE feel about her cat, I feel about my dog Cujo. Cujo is just in the picture in my houses.
Cujo. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. Shout out the Cujo, Coochie, and Meow. My owl, my dog, my cat. I mean, they just down with it. Even like solo missions, they'll just get them licks in. I'm like, yeah, you're not really truly by yourself because you got your companions.
Okay.
When we played, co-op is cool. It's still having a little same issue to try to connect, but it was less of a problem than it was before.
I think it's more like convoluted to connect, but once we connect, most people aren't dropping out. I think CHAREECE dropped out once, but it wasn't like how it was. I mean, we wouldn't even be able to like see each other. We would be like connecting constantly, and then like we're like, "Are you there?" This time we don't really have that problem. So I feel like they basically hit that right. Like it's like the same game, but a lot of the pain points from the last game they fixed. But other than that, it's the same game.
And see, that's again, I don't even understand why they even made a new game. It's the exact same game, same monsters, same weapons. They didn't even add new weapons in. Like
at least it's on Game Pass, right?
But I feel like Monster Hunter is always like that, right? Like Monster Hunter is always the same weapons. Like you're always with the same weapons.
Yeah.
Oh well, see, this is literally my second Monster Hunter World game. So I don't know. I just assumed that between different iterations that things would change between them, but it is literally the same thing.
Yeah, it's very. That's what I picked up too. Like it's a lot of it. I mean, I like the new town area, and I love the new level, the starter level, but it's a lot of the same elements. I do like the movement though. The movement's great with using the mount and things like that. You can definitely get through the level much faster and quicker. And then also because the power of the systems that we're on, like the reload time when you die, that time when you come back is really good. Because I know in Monster Hunter World they had you had to take this little rope or whatever to pull you around and stuff, and it took forever, right? I used to hate that. I used to absolutely hate it.
Right.
So yeah, it feels more polished to me too.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I don't know. I feel like what CHAREECE said, like it's a lot of the same stuff. It's another iteration of the same game. So I don't know. I feel like at this point, that's what we're gonna see, right? Damn your cat. You're not in the production.
Oh,
you're not
in the production. Yo, that's fucked up.
Right? The cat is like, yo, I'm in here. I'm here.
Want some attention.
I know, right?
All right, and last but not least, I played some Hi-Fi Rush. As you can see, they did the. I want to talk about this a little bit later in detail, but here's some fresh off the heat gameplay with the shadow drop, and I'm personally enjoying it. And I'm gonna leave it at that because I'm gonna discuss a little bit later. Shout out to the chat. Make sure you share it out. Let them people know that we're live and doing it. I'm gonna throw the first one in there. I know I'm never doing bullet points when I try to copy and paste again because it just really made my topics unorganized. So I'm gonna do the best that I can today. Far Cry 7 and a standalone multiplayer game is in the works. They said by an internal, I think it was the president of Ubisoft internal meeting. I think they didn't tell the world. They just said it internally.
So basically, it's an unofficial type thing. It's like
unofficial type.
Got it.
So
okay.
I put it as a rumor. So just take it with a grain of salt. If it comes down the line, if it show. If it don't, it don't. But my thing is, what is your history with the Far Cry series? Do you think that this title will be successful? The next one, the 7th title, and also about the multiplayer game. Anybody can try it.
The other one's supposed to have multiplayer?
Yeah, standalone multiplayer.
Yeah.
That's interesting for Far Cry because normally it's, single player experience, but unless you're doing co-op, right?
They've had multiplayer the last 2 games.
Well, I was talking about like co-op. It's more than co-op. They have PvP also?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, you can kind of tell, like, I'm not really that 100% familiar with the multiplayer portion of Far Cry. I typically focus on the single player. Granted, I've never completed a Far Cry. I've always gotten pretty far in them, but just always taper off a little bit. I'll get invested into it for like the first few days, and then something else will drop, and it grabbed my attention more than Far Cry because I look at Far Cry as just another, sadly, as sad as it sounds, another first-person shooter game. And y'all know me, I love my action platformer type titles. Or if it's Halo. But
hold up. Wait, whoa. Delilah, can you do me a favor? You're gonna be our super chat reader today. I appointed you super chat reader today. Can you please send a shout out to her?
Dang, y'all straight coming up. I get it. I got you for the super chat.
Look at CHAREECE's face.
From Tayo. Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce this. Hopefully I'm not messing this up. But it says, hello, ladies. Glad y'all got super chat function. Keep up the good work. I'll check out this podcast during work tonight. Take care. And Team Slytherin.
Baby.
Oh my
Slytherin
with the S. I know that.
Hey, where my snakes at?
I don't want to hear that.
You know what? Speaking of Slytherin, I'm seeing a lot of fake Slytherins.
Oh.
Y'all was not.
I've been trying.
Y'all was not checking for Slytherin last week, years ago, whatever.
Now they Slytherins.
Now they Slytherins.
No, I'm telling you right now. That's what I keep saying. Y'all got some fake Slytherins in
y'all
your
is fake. The only people that's real up in here is me and Baron and
that is me.
Yes, y'all is some fake Slytherins.
All right.
Thank you, child.
Appreciate it. So we were talking about Far Cry, and so Yeah, so I always find something to take my attention away from Far Cry. Usually when I jump into the game.
Damn. So is it just like Lady and I that like enjoy Far Cry?
Yes.
Maybe y'all the only one that complete them, because I enjoy them when I play them. It's just I don't ever finish the story. It doesn't grab me enough to be like, except for the one where they had the brothers, like the pastor guy, and he had his family. The cult. Yeah, that was interesting.
But you still didn't finish it.
The sister, man, she problem. You know, a problem.
Her boss battle is in the woods, so she like reappeared, disappeared.
Dude, I got you. Yeah. That's where I'm at. Like that's where I stopped. It's like, yeah. So yeah, that's it.
Well, yes. For me, I don't know, man. They did everything. They did damn near everything on the Far Cry series. I think I played 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Mm-hmm. Same.
So I don't know. I mean, I love the last villain, but it wasn't as powerful as the third villain in Far Cry 3. I need them villains to like get it how it lived.
What's name was pretty good.
Five?
Yeah. Esposito, he was pretty good as far as like comparable to 3, right? But
the ending of Far Cry 6 was
the ending of Far Cry. I mean, because it was just like
spoiler.
Damn. It was just like a damn.
Hey, it's been out for 2 years now.
Yeah. Oof.
Right?
Oof. Okay, fair enough.
But I finished it, and I think Lady finished. You finished 6, right? Yeah. Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna go back and do all the other stuff, and then like a lot of times still like
I'll do the main shit when it comes to Far Cry.
I'll do enough to like be bulky for the end, right? Because you want to be bulky for the end.
Yes,
but I don't know. Like I'm not gonna go back and do like sometimes they keep bringing back this like Blade Runner type thing. These like weird spinoffs that they want you to like go play. Like I'm not doing that. And there's supposed to be DLC coming, right? For 6?
I think it's already out.
And so they already talking about a 7? Maybe 7's ways out though.
Oh, is it ways out? It ain't coming out like next week or nothing, but
it'll probably be next year.
I love they got it. They got it. They got it. They really gonna have to really convince me to play another Far Cry.
Why?
I'm not saying maybe I'm a little out, maybe I outgrown it a little bit.
You got to see what it's looking like.
Each story is different though, right? So
yeah, I mean, it's funny because Lady finished 5, and I didn't finish 5 because I got tired of that story. But I finished 4, 3, and I didn't finish Primal because I was pissed because Primal was a copy of 4. Like
the map
like when they had that map where it was like a copy of the map and everything. And you know, I don't like when you think I'm a stupid consumer, so I'm not gonna pay for your shit. So I didn't play Primal, but yeah, I don't know. I do like the game. I like, you know, what they do with it as far as the mechanics and stuff like that. The shooting is always fun. Building different weapons is always fun, especially in this last one. You can build some crazy ass weapons. And what was the dog's name? Lil Chico, right? And he would run with bombs and shit like that and be able to help you. So I don't know. It's fun. It's not as crazy as like what's that one game where you can like fly with a wingsuit and like do all kind of explosions and shit
Just
like
Cause.
that. Just Cause. Yeah, it's not as crazy as Just Cause, but it's that type of experience for sure. Better story too.
I would like to look. They can miss me with the multiplayer. If it come out,
yeah, I'm on multiplayer. Like y'all really don't have to invest time in multiplayer at all.
You know what I'm saying? I
haven't ever heard anyone talking about that multiplayer like that. So
I think because they're trying, like I think Ubisoft is in a place where they are trying to figure out how they can extend the life of their games.
Instead of just making a solid single player game.
One and done.
That's
right. But they're just not doing it right. Like Far Cry is just like, what are you gonna do for multiplayer? Like, is it gonna be like a team deathmatch? Like, are we gonna be like doing a battle royale? Like, what is it gonna be? Because even with the just co-op, there's issues. Like, I'd rather have you do co-op right, where Lady and I can play together and we advance together instead of when she comes to advance for me, I'm only advancing and she's not. Like, I don't like fix that instead of trying to invest in multiplayer. But I don't know. Like I said, Ubisoft is in such a. They're probably doing bad, honestly, right now.
They're not doing as well
And
as
see,
they
I
need to
hate
be.
that for them because they got so many good IPs that they need
Great
to.
IPs.
They need to bring those out like Splinter Cell and Beyond Good and Evil, and they got a war chest of like ton of nostalgia they can pull from. So it's like
like they just have been quiet about Beyond Good and Evil. Like y'all put out a great trailer, which cost you tons of money, and then like what happened? Like, are people still working on it?
Like, yeah, it's been radio silent.
Once in a while, they like to say that, hey, it's still out there, but I don't know. Yeah. I think I read somewhere that was the Skull and Bones that is unofficially canceled.
Yeah.
Ooh,
what's happening?
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's disorganization on how to distribute the funds. Some people want this and some people want that. With multiplayer Far Cry, I bet you it's gonna be a battle pass. I bet you it's gonna be some, microtransaction in that multiplayer. I know it's gonna be, and quite frankly, they got too many hands and too many pots, and you can't have that all the time, especially with games because things will suffer that way. Man, I have no expectation for the next Far Cry. It better be a badass lady final boss that I'm trying to fight at the end.
Yeah, I just want a good story. Like them two girls, like I thought we were gonna play as them, but then they ended up
being the villains, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because that could have been a great story. Like if it was like a fully co-op game and you played you and your twin sister, that's like a great idea, So I don't know. Ubisoft, I hope y'all aren't folding soon. Y'all better get your shit together.
Oh man, I would hate.
There is some internal
hate that.
turmoil.
Just because Assassin's Creed, like there's so many good.
I know.
When it's good, it's great, and when it's bad, it's really bad.
Imagine having heat and don't want to invest in it.
I'm telling y'all, Origins was my favorite Assassin's Creed.
Even that, what was it? Remember that game they just put out maybe last year that was supposed to be like a combination of like a lot of games, and it just had like a horrible showing. Like it just seemed so disorganized.
I know you're talking about the one with the,
oh my god,
the girl with the Greek.
You were like on a motorbike and stuff.
No. I do not.
Damn.
I know. I'm gonna look it up.
What's the one with the? Are you not talking about the comedy? Right? They had released this comedy game that was kind of like open world. I'm blanking on it. Chat, help us out here. But
no, it was like a mountain bike game. Oh yeah, here it goes. Riders Republic.
Riders Republic.
I forgot about that.
Remember?
Oh, dang.
It just had like a horrible showing. You're just like, what are we doing here? Like, I tried to play.
And also, I didn't see much advertising for that game either. It's like they showed it at an event, and that was it. Like I didn't see any marketing dollars put behind that title. But what was it? I'm thinking about this other open world game where you play as it's a comedy, and you play as the art style reminds me of like Sea of Thieves, but it was made by Ubisoft.
Phoenix Rising.
Phoenix Rising.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Phoenix Rising was actually good.
Yes.
But they did not put any, like Boogie said, they didn't put any marketing behind it. And then they kind of bloated it out with like extra stuff.
Right. Like they made you do too much to get to the story. Like I hate that too. Like don't make me have to like play a full game to get 2 seconds of story. You know what I mean? Like
the writing was hilarious. Like it was a great comedy. And I like the character progression too. But yeah, it's like I don't know. It's you look at those games and you glad they came out and stuff, but it has this Ubisoft funk or something where you play, you play for like a few hours and you just taper off because it's like a huge drop off in quality midway through the game. That's what I get.
And also, it's like who's picking the timings, right, of when you're releasing? Because I feel like almost every Ubisoft game is overshadowed by another game that comes out maybe a month after.
Because they always feel like they have to release during the fall. They cannot release anything else throughout the
That might be it. It could be a timing thing. Granted, I think Phoenix Rising actually came out in the first half of the year when it released. But that didn't do well for the game because you had other titles that either released around it.
I still remember other stuff taking my attention away from it.
Yeah. If anybody wants, I think all these games are in Game Pass. So if y'all want to try them,
because of the official partnership with the Game Pass.
God, just say it. Yo, that low key pisses me off so
Man,
much.
I ain't gotta say shit. Just keep these games in there, man.
She's like, I don't care. I don't care. Y'all
Yeah,
can say, you can say you're married and not say you're married. I don't care.
Yeah.
They just roommates.
Oh, you stupid. They roommates. All right. Delilah, can you help us with that next super chat, please?
Sure. And it's from Stitch. It's the only thing that can serve Ubi is a new Splinter Cell. Please, Black Flag is the best Assassin's Creed. Tomato.
Black Flag is the best.
I endorse that message. Black Flag is like number 2,
which was
compared to number 1.
I was excited for Skull and Bones, right? Like
that's
I
the ship combat, right?
Yeah, right. But
like you don't want to be on a boat getting gold, and killing motherfuckers with swords.
Well, the best part about Black Flag, right, is that they were historically accurate with Black Flag, and they told Black stories in Black Flag, which was like awesome, right? Like, because this was before all of the it's cool to promote Blackness, So like that game was like so fun, to like see real old school Black pirates and to be able to see a little bit of their story and stuff. So I don't know, Ubisoft, please.
So I got one last thing I want to throw in here before we switch topics.
Okay.
What does Ubisoft need to do in order to kind of fix that stigma that we talked about when it comes to their titles and the perception of their games?
No more bloat. Don't just add stuff into the game just to be adding.
That's how I feel too.
They got to take their time, and they got to either utilize the gems that they got in their catalog, or like have like a fresh team do something real different that's not usually the normal way for them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey, maybe their biggest problem is that they're too top heavy.
They are. It's a family organization.
They're not paying enough developers and QA folks and all those, So maybe that's why they're not getting out the quality.
And so, cause also, didn't they do what's another multiplayer game they do? Division, and they do Rainbow Six Siege too, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's their bread and butter.
Yeah, and Rainbow Six was like, it took a while for it to get to where it was, because when it first came out, they didn't deliver what they said they were going to deliver, and then it was just a slow churn getting to where it is now. And then even with the Division, this last one, they basically made, I don't know if you can call them mistakes, but they made parts of the game that a lot of the community hated, and they were just like, we're not fixing it. So then they had a huge drop off. And then
it showed what happened to that one spinoff they had of the Division. Well, not Division, of Siege.
Outbreak?
Battlelands.
No.
Yeah, she talking about Outbreak.
No. I'm not talking about
Outbreak.
I'm thinking about the one with y'all, because y'all played it. It was like they had the yellow.
She's talking about Outbreak.
Outbreak, yeah. That was wild. What happened with that?
That was horrible. That was horrible.
Is that game still out? Like,
yeah.
Like I said, it faded into. I don't know where it's at. Like, it just kind of, y'all. No one has mentioned that or talked about it. I haven't seen anything new. They pulled some sort of multiplayer spinoff from it, and so I think, I don't know. I think CHAREECE, I think you're onto something when you mentioned about the bloat and something. Extraction.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yes, Extraction. Because I remember y'all playing that, and y'all was like, "Oh yeah, but you gotta do this." There's so many. It's like a little bit of micromanaging in the middle.
Like mini games.
Yeah.
Like,
so
it was like doing like 3 or 4 different things, and then leave.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah.
So yeah, but we could change topics. I just was curious as what y'all think they should do, but I agree. I agree with CHAREECE. Like, no more bloat and be focused and focus on some of your single player IP, because those, tap into that nostalgia. Nintendo does it all the time, and it works for them. So clearly,
and even Sony makes single player games. Right. So you can make single player games and be successful, but you can't be, trying to pay your devs, $2 and paying your,
or better yet,
guys.
They don't have to, like, not every game has to be AAA.
Facts. Because what was that game they came out with the Child of Light? I love that game.
That was 360. That's just how long ago that game has been. But like, not every game that you have to put out has to be AAA. But Ubisoft only does AAA titles. Like, they do not do small titles. They do not do indie titles. They do not do anything off to the wall. Not in the last 2 generations. It's like they just done forgot how. So,
No, I think it's due to investments. Like, they want to be able to get big investments, and the way you get big investments from people who, you know, might not necessarily know a lot about video games is we make AAA titles. You know what I mean? So I think that is the biggest seller for them, is to be able to showcase, you know, we make these AAA titles.
but if ain't nobody buying your AAA titles, or if the reviews are like,
that's why they're doing bad.
Speaking of titles, let's go on to our next topic. Yo, what happened to Forespoken this week? It's a mixed bag week for Forespoken. So, I would like your ladies' opinion on Forespoken. If you guys played it, how you feel about the response that, you know, the gaming space have acquired. And I'm gonna not say nothing because 1, I don't got a PS5, and 2, I ain't got Forespoken. So,
girl, I'm in the same boat, so I'm deferring. Y'all got it.
I think I'm the only one playing it.
Yeah, you're the only one. I was gonna get it later.
Okay, so let's have, this is LBOOGIE's analysis of Forespoken and how she feels about it.
I mean, so for one, I think there's a lot of cap on the app as usual. Yeah, I mean, you know, I hate to see it. I mean, it is funny. Like, some of the stuff is funny, but I don't know, you know, it's always bad when you have a title where you show mainly CG, right? And then you put out a demo that has issues. And I think that was its biggest downfall, is that the demo had issues. So then people, you know, pounce on that because negativity is king right now. So if it's, you know, something negative, people are going to, you know, amplify that more than any of the good. And then, you know, when it came out, it wasn't getting as good scores. Now, I'm playing the game on the PS5. I haven't really had any, like, glitching. It is kind of dark, so I'm gonna, like, adjust that for myself. But I don't see a problem with it. There's nothing wrong with the game. The combat, you get more of that intro, which I think that was also the issue with the demo. The demo kind of just threw you in. Yeah. And you were, like, not at the beginning, and they didn't really do a good job about giving you a tutorial. So you kind of, it was, you know, a lot of confusion. When you play the game, you get more of that intro. And why is this game not getting the same grace that God of War got? Because, to be honest, I told the ladies before we started, the best part about God of War was probably the scenery and the combat and the story. The characters are mid on God of War. They don't look next gen. Ain't shit next gen about them characters. The hair looked like, you know, what's that girl from Rugrats fucking hair?
Yes. Angelica Pickles?
Yes,
I mean,
Angelica. Her fucking doll. That's how bad it looks.
Wow.
I forgot the name of that doll, but
it's crazy.
Cynthia. Her name was
Cynthia. Yes, that shit coming out on the sides. Yes.
Wow, that can't be that bad. Come on, Boogie.
I sent you pictures. You saw the pictures. All right. And the lips never were in sync on God of War. And nobody talked about that. So it's like, why do y'all give that game so much grace, but this one is getting so much hate? Why?
Able to look past some stuff on some games and not others, yeah.
Right.
Media darling, we talked about this. Media darling.
I know, but it's really not as bad as people are trying to make it out to be, especially for a console that needs another IP, right? Like, and really both consoles need new life into them, and this is a new IP, totally different story. I don't know, I don't get it. And even that one article we read about how the Black protagonist, it didn't feel like it was handled well.
That shouldn't surprise anybody, to be honest. It really should.
What I would say is that it was just very heavy. Like, her story is very heavy. And it's just like it didn't
Heavy
need
how?
that.
She's a felon. Like,
right.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't want to have to like explain the story.
That's all you need to say. Let it go right
Well,
now.
it's really because that's not. It's not enough to just say that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like she has no family. She's kind of
I swear that black people just popped up out the ground.
No. It's not. So she's from New York. She was a baby that was like lost, and nobody really took care of her. She was in the system from when she was young, right? So that's why I'm telling you, like, it's like all that stuff, and you were just like, the character really just didn't have to have that.
Did you think we were gonna relate to that? Like, that's the part that killed me. Like, are we supposed to relate to the situation?
Didn't have to have all that to be a black character.
I think they wanted to be sympathetic. The writers thought that having that background will make it more sympathetic for us, the character in the game. And
I think that they don't understand that for us, for so many of us, we're at the point to where that we just don't want those stories anymore. We don't want to see those stories anymore because there's so many other stories, and those have been the main stories that get told.
Everybody's experience is different. Like, we talk about this all the time. Like, my experience ain't gonna be like Boogie's and so on and so forth. It's just different. So
like, we may have similarities, but it's still very different, you know?
Yeah, and it feels like, and maybe I'm being a bit judgmental here. It's like, it's almost like they took a story from a news you know thing and was like, we're gonna use that. And that's how it feels. Like,
no, I'm gonna tell you what they used. You remember the movie Martin Lawrence did called, I think, was it Black Knight?
Yeah.
Ooh, girl.
Remember?
I do remember that.
Wasn't he like, I don't know what his occupation was, but he was in the present time.
He wasn't
on his way. He found something, and he got transported to the medieval times. You know, try to save their land. You know, save their kingdom and shit.
I didn't even make the correlation. That's wild.
I don't know. But what I saw based on gameplay and the story and stuff, it was like, yo, this reminded me of a movie. I've seen this before, so I was like, yo, it reminded me of that. But they could have gave the character like a better background. It didn't necessarily. She could have just walked. I just don't think.
Second question.
Mm-hmm.
Does this story have absolutely anything to do with the actual story of the game?
I don't know yet. Because I'm still so early. You know what I mean? Like, she just got, transported now. So I don't know yet. So I'll have to give you more updates next week, I guess.
Yeah, it definitely has me curious though. I ain't gonna hold you, because like, even though that background is kind of is heavy, it still makes me want to know that, like, I want to kind of understand the outcome. Like, is it going to change is that experience going to change her as a person? Because if you look, like, from what I've seen as far as like videos and dialogue and stuff like that, it seems like she has this attitude about her that's like that needs to change, right?
Yeah.
And so it has me curious. I ain't gonna hold you, because like, everybody loves a good redemption story, and so I don't know. Maybe that's what they were shooting for, and just for it to have the level of writers that it has on this game, I don't doubt that as the game matured, maybe the writing would get better. But then again, it remains to be seen, because I think Amy Hennig also wrote on this game, and Gary Whitta wrote on this game too, and they're renowned writers in the industry. So I don't know, Boogie. Let us know how it go, because I'm not gonna pick it up until the price drop. So just saying.
My name is on the Xbox, so I don't know when. It'll probably be a year today.
They said it's going to be on Xbox.
I'll probably pick it up on PC though.
I mean, you can get it through the Microsoft Store.
Yeah, I'll probably get it on PC.
On PC.
Yeah.
All right, and let's go.
Just I get achievements, I think.
Yeah, I like
that part.
All right. This week on Stitch's birthday, it was Xbox Developer Direct, and I would like y'all ladies' input. I'm gonna start off with the shadow drop. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm here chilling on my phone and just watching it and chilling on my phone. They said it would come out later today. I'm like, what you mean? And I'm looking at this game right here. Out of left field, for me, and in the most best way possible, because shadow drops doesn't come around very often.
Facts.
And then the percentage of those shadow drops, I don't remember a last good shadow drop.
I do remember Apex exactly. That's what I was talking about. Apex Legends was a great shadow.
I know all that. I wasn't big on Apex, so I wasn't aware. But this one,
how you wasn't aware?
He was right there.
No, I'm talking about Apex Legends.
What you mean?
I don't remember it being a shadow drop because
definitely, because they announced I think the day before and they dropped it a day later, right? Or was it? It wasn't the same day.
I can't remember if it was the same day or the day.
It was a day. I think it was the day later. They showed that trailer and they say it comes out tomorrow, and then boom.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I got you.
I think the same thing happened. Well, I think when I want to say Skyrim, they did their release a little bit similar, but it was months, like about it came out in November. They announced it in that E3, and then it came out that November. So not necessarily a shadow drop, but it's in close proximity to releasing. So I think that's always great to have it. Like you don't have to wait a year, 2 years to play the game. So yeah, but go ahead. I'm sorry. Continue.
No, that's good. I like to hear your thoughts. Y'all thoughts, ladies. I like that it has a streamer mode. I love that it has a streamer mode. And if you guys ain't played a streamer mode, they got the original sound. They got the soundtrack with the copyrighted music. If you're just at home and not doing nothing, but if you streaming, you turn it, you switch the switch, and they'll have like original music that you won't get no copyright strikes, no mutes, no claims or nothing like that. And they said in the beginning, and I'm like, for real?
That is so thoughtful. That is super thoughtful because that means they want you to stream their game. Like, look, we're gonna put this in there. You gotta worry about no copyright strikes. That's fire. I think more games should do that.
I know how much. I completely agree, Delilah. They should take a page off that book right there, because if you can make it more better and comfortable and less stressful for your gamer or the content creator that want to get your game, this is just another thing that they be able to help us. And I'm like, I don't have to worry about it. So I'm enjoying the game. I love the story. I love the banter. It made me chuckle a couple of times. Yeah. It's challenging things on this part. I played a couple of hours. It's gonna be in the indie category for the year because it's really good. It's clean.
Indie, I wouldn't even consider it indie. I feel like it's just the level of polish in the game.
It's so polished,
man. I'm like, and then you realize, because I was reading, I saw an interview with the guy who came up with the concept, the director of the title. He pitched the game late 2017. I think production went in, started going in like 2018, 2019. So the game has been in development for a long time, and it's got full treatment in the game. It's not like that's why I hate people trying to throw this game in the indie category. They put some work behind this game, and you could tell. And as you play it, like it'll switch on you. Like you'll see where this is like the beginning. It's like our intro, and then things start to speed up as you play the game, as you get deeper into the game. I'm loving it.
What classifies a game as indie? I mean, it's only have to be independent because you don't like that they're calling it independent because they put a lot of work, but I know a lot of independent games.
Yeah. Well, let me not use that as a barometer. You're right. I'm talking about like the fact that this is made by Tango Gameworks, which released other AAA titles. Right. So that's why I put this kind of in the same category. It's not like it was made by me, you know what I mean, or somebody who or the developer that created Tunic, like a 3 to 8 people team. This is a full-fledged development studio with Microsoft funding, you know what I mean, behind it. So it's not like
maybe they're calling it indie because most people just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So
or the art style,
I would call this a AA. This is not a AAA game, but it's like a AA game.
Yeah, I think it could fit more in the AA category because you do have Microsoft first party studios that make AA titles. So yeah, I would agree because I look at Grounded kind of in the same light, like. Grounded, small team within a larger conglomerate. So but this makes me excited for Tango Gameworks' next game. You know what I mean? It's like if they was able to polish this, get this out, and have the reception that it has, great reviews, great storytelling, the art style is incredible, all the transitions and stuff are pretty smooth. I mean, it's crispy. Y'all, I'm playing this thing on a 65-inch C1 LG OLED TV. beautiful,
Woo!
crispy. I'm talking about crispy. And so yeah, check this out though. And the fact that they shadow dropped the way it did on Game Pass, it's like you couldn't ask for a better moment. I feel like it stole the show for me. And it's like soon as the show, as soon as they announced it, it's like the first thing I want to do is go download it. And it's like, oh yeah, it'll be there in a couple hours. People were looking all ahead of time and whatnot.
Well, because they're like, you know, it'll be there now. You know, so people are like, now
let me get it right. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I think that one of the big sellers, probably to Microsoft to give this the green light, was how much it looks like Sunset Overdrive.
Oof.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought,
and I know that they felt like that was a loss for them, right? Because Sunset Overdrive was made by, well, I can never remember their name, but the folks who made Spider-Man, Insomniac. And so when, you know, their partnership with Sony started, that meant, you know, no more Sunset Overdrive, right?
Right. Well, Microsoft still owns, Sony owns the IP. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I think this was like a big, you know, let's do this already just because of that. And I think that it does have a lot of the I don't know if you want to say like funkiness, but like the
aesthetics.
Yeah, the cool, funky, you know, like
the wittiness,
like
the
colorful, like
right. It has a lot of those elements, which I really enjoy with Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah,
I'm glad that I don't have to be constantly in
grinding. Yes.
On like how Sunset Overdrive was, because that was a little frustrating. Because if you couldn't get that, then it was really hard.
You would lose your combos.
Right.
Yeah.
But this still is combo based, but it's a lot more accessible. And then, I don't know, music, you know, if you're going to be able to play with the music, like that makes it so much more fun. Like I feel like they could go more, right? Like you can have more in this genre where, you know, you're going with music. You're playing music.
Yeah, I agree. I can already see them doing doing the full marketing treatment with this game, like having toys and, you know, a sequel, and, you know, because later on in the game, like you get people that join you in your combat, and it's like even having stuff based off those characters. I could easily see this growing into something much larger, because it's just that like Lady was saying, it's like it kind of pulls you in. So I'm glad this was a nice shot in the arm for them, to be honest, because if you think about it, this came out of left field, you know, and you had, you know, when they advertised a direct, they didn't even mention this title. And I even loved in the marketing where they scratched out the 4 and wrote 5. Right. I thought that was so clever. Yeah. So I mean, y'all can go ahead. I've been talking a lot about this game just because I'm just so excited about it. I definitely want to get y'all opinions though.
I fucks with it. It's fuckwittable.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you, that's good.
I also like that it's on cloud too.
I like that it's on Game Pass.
Well,
obvious,
right? Same thing. I did have a couple of issues on cloud, and hopefully they'll iron those out. Just kind of with the input, for whatever reason, when you get to like certain spots where you have to do certain timed combos, it wasn't recognizing the input, but it would recognize the input for like just regular combat. And then I noticed when I came in here and played on the computer, it was no issue, right? So I knew it was something with the cloud where it wasn't like recognizing that input. So my biggest thing, if you're gonna play cloud, every time you exit out of a game, they ask you for feedback, give them feedback, because they are paying attention to those little things, and we can make it better. But yeah, I love that. Are we gonna talk about other stuff for the show?
Yeah. Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Okay, CHAREECE does.
So do you, CHAREECE?
I do actually, somewhat. I just like how the other chapters are supposed to be free, because I'm missing a few of them. That's a lot of DLC, y'all. That is a lot of DLC, and for them to drop it like that.
Yeah, that is a lot. Yeah, you're right.
Man, that's too much of a commitment that I ain't got.
It is a much.
So no one on this panel is playing that game, huh? Except for CHAREECE.
CHAREECE.
I always like throwing fireballs, so anything that I can do that.
I was gonna say, like, you know, I'm gonna need you to tell me when you actually playing it, because I feel like CHAREECE has this grand plan of playing, but will it actually happen?
The execution is the key.
Right.
That part. That part.
Okay.
I gotta fit it in my schedule because I don't know when. But
Too many games, not enough time, huh?
That part.
Man, yeah, it's
I do
getting
like
crazy
this new
right now.
character that they announced. That's kind of nice because again, they usually don't do that. So this is like Lord, the second or third new character they've dropped in this game. So we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
I know for me, go ahead.
Go ahead, Delilah. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, I was going to just talk about standouts for the direct because you said you're talking about the other titles for that show.
Yeah.
You were about to say it, and that was Forza. It looks
That
good.
motherfucker was looking so fucking clean. I'm like, yo, this
Yes.
can't. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
It was looking really nice.
I might take a risk.
See, but the thing is, the only part that killed me with the motorsport, and it's beautiful. Like the graphics, I get that, but I'm not the closed loop racers. Like I am not. That's it. Like that's just not my bag. Like that's not my cup of tea. I'd rather play the Horizon series, and that's why I always usually skip motorsport and wait for Horizon. But it's on Game Pass, and so I'm gonna try it anyway. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try it anyway.
They gonna get one race out of me at least.
At minimum, you know. And and so Forza. I mean, I feel like Forza's Forza, and I don't have to worry about that game because it's one that consistently deliver. Yeah. On the other hand, the other games that I kind of low key worry about is out of all of them that showed was Redfall. I was already interested in Redfall. I was already interested in that game, and I thought what they showed was great. I only have one gripe with what they showed, and for me, the blood is too bright. It looks kind of orangey. It takes me out of the, it takes me out. Yeah, it takes me out of it a little bit. I'm like, I don't know, the blood look a little too, and my favorite color is red, so it takes me out of them. Like, I don't know, it look a little too orangey for me, like artificial, and so I don't expect that game to be. I don't expect it to be, what's the word, like super high-end graphics for that title, because it's definitely not trying to be like Callisto Protocol, right? It's just trying to be its own thing, and I understand why they chose that kind of quirky art style, but at the same time, they just take the hue a little bit down on that blood. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that I can probably change it on my TV, but it just takes me out of it. That's the only thing. But as far as the game itself, like as far as the characters, they try to show a little bit of the abilities, but you can kind of tell from what they showed, they didn't want to show too much. And I love the fact that they talked about the date and then said that it's coming out May 2nd, and so yeah, that's
I have a Minecraft Legends. I don't know about the PvP, man.
That sounds fun. I would look.
The Minecraft I was digging. Love that. They're gonna love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It all looked like not King of the Hill. What's the one? It's like you're building a fort, and then everybody's coming.
Tower defense.
Yes, tower defense. Mm-hmm. That's what it looks like, and there's gonna be a ton of people, especially on PC crowd, that are gonna eat that shit up.
Yeah, and it's Minecraft. It's gonna pull people in, off that alone.
Yeah, I mean, it looks fun. It looks like it'll be on Game Pass. I'm gonna download it on PC and I'm gonna play it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll probably give it a look. You can't.
I might try.
Yeah, think about it. With games on Game Pass,
I'm not gonna try it.
You can try it out. Don't like it, you can uninstall that. That's it.
That's the thing with Game Pass. It affords you the opportunity to try these games that you normally wouldn't try, that you normally wouldn't play. Like I love motorsport. I go and watch a few videos. I watch somebody driving, but I wouldn't touch it. You know what I mean? It was just like, that's just not my type of title. But now, same thing with Legends. Like, I don't play strategy game. I don't like the the whole like tower defense type titles. But I can try it if I want to. Like, I had the same thing happen with what was that game? Gears had a strategy game. Gears Tactics. Similar situation, right? I'm like, I don't play those type of games. I only like the Gears, single player campaigns and multiplayer. I'm not gonna play a strategy game. I loved Gears Tactics. You know what I mean? I absolutely love that game. That's not even my cup of tea. So, yeah, I just leave it there.
Okay. Did we forget any other games?
Oh, what else they showed? They showed let's see, Forza Redfall, Elder Scrolls Online, Minecraft Legends. That was it, I think. And Hi-Fi
That was
Rush.
it.
Yeah, that was it.
I love the transitions. I like
The show itself.
The show itself was great. I give it a B. I give it a B.
You give it a B. I give it an A. I'm biased. I give it an A. You know what I mean? Because of the shadow drop. It stole the show, and it just because at first you watching it and you're like, what is this? What is this game? And then in the back of your mind you're thinking, well, when does it come out? When's it come out? When's it come out? And then they today. That was brilliant. So the shadow drop was awesome. And so for me, I give it an A. They needed it.
What about you, CHAREECE?
A also. It was one of the better shows. There was always information. They showed plenty of gameplay. We were in and out. I'm good.
They had release dates.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
One game didn't have it. That's it.
Forza didn't have a release date.
That's the only one.
That's why they got the B.
Ooh, that's what Dr. Point. Okay.
All right. What about you, LBOOGIE?
I'd probably give it a B too, but mine is more so because I just didn't care for all the games that were being shown, right? But that's not to say that, they had poor showing. But I don't know, like my brain turned off during ESO. So
Skip.
Oh,
I can't tell you shit. Like all I know is I saw shit going by the screen.
It makes a bad right after the direct. They did an ESO show just for ESO. Right?
Did you watch it?
I watched.
Hell no, man.
I watched.
Okay,
it.
so wait, CHAREECE. So how was that? How was the?
That was on point too.
That's because CHAREECE hella biased. Come on, man. That's not even fair.
This is true.
Right.
Like they get all the different. They went into the background of the new character. They went in background for the expansions. Maybe for the new area that's coming up. How it all ties together. It was nice. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
All right. Okay, cool.
As an ESO fan.
All right.
I don't know where CHAREECE found all this time to play all these online games.
Man, I don't know. I'm still wondering to this day.
I don't sleep a lot.
All right. Naughty Dog is done with Uncharted. They moving on. They're not putting their efforts on that title no more.
Wait, before we move on, let's ask the chat. What grade would you give the developer direct? I would like to know how you all feel about it and what y'all think about the format and all that stuff. Just put put your letter grade in the chat. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Neil Druckmann has stated that he is done and moving on. This is the quote for us. Uncharted was insanely successful. Uncharted 4 was one of our best-selling games, and we are able to put our final brushstroke on that story and say that we're done. We're moving on. What you guys think? Do you think this is a good send-off? Do you think it could have been extended, or do you even care?
I mean, I liked the fourth. What was it? Fourth Uncharted? No, yeah, which was like the last one, and then they did the girls spinoff to say that they had girls in Uncharted, and it was like, I don't know. I feel like I'm okay with them being done, right? But my biggest issue always with Uncharted was that it was Lara Croft, but with the guys.
It wasn't Tomb Raider. Yes,
it was Lara Croft,
exactly.
But with the guys, so you can feel great about you having a penis and him having one too.
Ooh, I want to go that deep. I want to go that deep with it.
No, we can, because Uncharted was only popular as it was because it was a dude instead of a female. Because the first two games were horrible.
Well, people love people, but see, males and females, men and women, love Tomb Raider as well. So I can't make that correlation because it's like, because it's not, you're not playing it because they like looking at the behind of Tomb of Lara Croft. So
the reason why Uncharted was as popular as it was is because dudes could play as a dude.
You think so? I don't. I think it was more so.
It wasn't even as good as the game.
But you could.
But it got its
But look,
rise.
I don't think so.
Why?
I don't feel that way because I feel like it's more to it to Uncharted than just you playing as a dude because that story is not bad.
Listen.
I'm trying to figure out how they even made past one because
right.
I tried to go back and play. That gunplay was horrible.
Horrible. The first
Like,
two games
who
were
plays
so
this?
trash.
Who did
Panda.
this?
I have no idea why he was able to get past those two.
Me too. I'm like, I
Oh,
couldn't do
man.
it. Like
That's why I say that because
I didn't say it was better. I didn't say it
I'm
was.
saying there was no reason for it to get sequels.
I didn't say it was better than Tomb Raider, not at all. But I do. We see where it came from. We see how it came to what it is. But I think that story was decent at most, and the gameplay was not that great. But 2 made up for it. You know what I mean?
no, I couldn't even get the 2. Like, no, boo.
Okay,
No.
y'all just. Oh, okay, all right.
Nah, I'm telling you, it was so bad. I'm like, how did this even get a sequel? How did this even get a sequel?
So what you're saying is Uncharted is overrated. Is what you're saying?
To a certain extent,
Overrated. Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't the best. I don't see how.
Damn.
But I don't know. They got a movie out of it. They didn't got.
Hey, I heard that movie was trash.
No.
I heard that movie was
The
trash.
movie is not.
The movie
trash.
is not.
The
It's
movie is
it's
not
actually really
trash.
good.
Go watch it. Go watch it.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
'cause
good. Good acting.
On was it on Netflix? I think or
Yeah, I think it's on
one of them.
It's on HBO Max, I think. But it's good because it got great actors in it. So that's what made it's
Right.
got good actors and the storytelling is really good too. It gives
Better
you
than the Tomb Raider movie.
facts.
Wait. The one with Angelina or this new one?
Both.
Oh,
I actually like the new one. I ain't gonna
I
hold
like the
you.
new one
I like
too,
the new one.
but I still think that this Uncharted movie was great because they had, like you said, they had like A+ actors in it.
Oh yeah. I feel like the girl who played in the new one, she didn't do a bad job. She was just scrawny. Like I didn't expect her to be that little. That's about the only thing.
Right.
You know. But I thought she did a good job. And to translate that, the way they translated the game to the movie, I thought it was decent. It could have been better, of course. Like it just, it's probably a C movie. But I don't think it was that bad as people make it out to be. But I don't know. I guess I feel some certain kind of way about the whole Tomb Raider thing. I don't think it's overrated. Because I feel like the series progressively got better over time. I just
Tomb Raider or Uncharted?
Uncharted, I feel like progressively got better. And same thing with Tomb Raider. Like Tomb Raider at one point in its history kind of went downhill. And then it kind of rebounded itself with the remakes.
True.
Because those remakes, they trump Uncharted. Those remakes are way better than Uncharted in my opinion. And so I don't know. That's why I think that no matter what Uncharted does, Tomb Raider's always, in my opinion, Tomb Raider's always gonna be better. It's always gonna be better. Just because the way that game's built and the way Crystal Dynamics has handled the title, the IP, the way they transform Lara Croft, yeah, I just think it gets way more care, in my opinion, than what the story they try to tell with Uncharted. But yeah, but again, I have my own biases. So
Deuces, I didn't even touch that series. I don't even care. I don't even care.
You never played a Tomb Raider?
No. I'm
Not a Tomb Raider, but Uncharted. You never played Uncharted.
Hell no,
my bad.
sir. Nope.
We missed much.
Oh my god!
Because I saw the game and I'm like, yo, why would I play Uncharted when I got Tomb Raider?
So basically, you're okay with the basis of the topic, which is Naughty Dog being done with Uncharted.
Yes.
And I thought maybe they were gonna try to focus on his daughter because they have a daughter in the end of Tomb Raider. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, but that's long down. That's long down the road. But I'm talking about personal experience with Uncharted series. I don't know their names. I don't know what they stole. I don't know where they went to. I don't know the car they drove. I don't know who got backstabbed in the series. I know somebody got backstabbed, but I don't know who it is because my loyalty was to Lara Croft because I saw the gameplay. I saw people playing it, and I'm like, yo, this is very familiar. And I'm like, yo, this Lara Croft.
You could tell where they got their cues from. Like easy. You could they're playing it from the first game. That's where they got their cues from. They wanted to make Tomb Raider, but
a dude.
See, I'm not just.
See,
because that's what it was.
I'm not just going. I wasn't gonna point to that, but yeah.
Like even when his outfit, like in the first game,
Yeah, and even Amy Hennig wrote it. Amy Hennig wrote Tomb Raider. So it's like she wrote Tomb Raider and she wrote Uncharted. So it's like,
Yeah.
I'm sure that was how somebody said that in the pitch.
She got paid.
I hate the more we talk, the more we proving Boogie's point. But you know what?
Okay,
I'm gonna
well, I was like, we can segue.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Delilah caught herself. It's good, you know.
Let's move on.
Okay, she said, "Let's go." Okay, everybody knows about the Microsoft, Activision, Blizzard, Supernovela for about a year some change. For a year some change now. So I'm just gonna read this little piece, and I want your ladies' input on it. I think Delilah might have to plead the fifth on this one. So let me get going. Sony's gaming chief, Jim Ryan, met EU antitrust chief Marguerite Vestager on Wednesday to discuss Microsoft's $69 billion bid for Call of Duty maker Activision Blizzard. A person familiar with the matter said on Thursday. The meeting came as the EU competition watchdogs prepared to warn Microsoft this week about the potential anti-competitive effects of the U.S. software giant and Microsoft Maker's acquisition in the biggest gaming industry deal in history. Okay, now I'm gonna say, if I'm a company that has billions and billions and billions of dollars, I am not gonna be going to the fucking office to plead my case with these folks. I got a team. A team. Yeah. It could be 5, 6 of them. I don't no more than 8, but they're gonna converse with me on the strategies of what I need to do to be able to acquire this deal. If I am a company and I feel like I got to go to the motherfucking office and bang on the door and, you know, talk it out with the actual folks, it just seems a little weak to me, you know, unprofessional, sloppy,
collusion.
And I'm sorry?
Collusion.
She ain't wrong.
Y'all know I got nothing on this. I got nothing.
What you say? I didn't hear you.
Are you asking me what I said again?
Yes, ma'am.
Lord Jesus. We gonna get you a hearing aid, ma'am. I said collusion.
Okay, there you go. Thank you. I appreciate it, LBOOGIE, for repeating it 3 times for me. Okay.
Turn the volume up, Betty.
I was looking for it. I just think it's a soft move. He could have had a better way to approach that instead of, you know, actually talking to the folks. I just think it's some lame stuff, and I think it's really some cop blocking stuff, and it don't look good. It don't look good to me. What about you, CHAREECE?
I'm gonna try. I don't even know what. When I was reading through this last night or this morning or whatever, I was like, this man have how many lawyers on call, and like you gonna show up personally to plead your case? This is like you done got in trouble. You trying to not get in trouble with your parents.
No, you feel
like
you want to
I don't
show face.
understand it.
You want to show face.
It's not a good look. Maybe he is so concerned that it will go through that he is trying to stop it. Like honestly, at this point, I don't even care no more. I don't play Call of Duty. Because that's the only thing Activision is good at is Call of Duty. Like I just want them to do some other best besides Call of Duty. And
they got a lot though.
Activision only does Call of Duty.
Sekiro 2.
They got Sekiro. They got Diablo. They got
no, that's Blizzard.
It's in the deal though.
That's in the deal too.
All together.
You can't separate them.
Actually, you can, because they're only concerned about Call of Duty. They are not concerned about the other IPs in this purchase. They are, because if that's the case, King and Candy Crush is killing all their butts. But yet that is mentioned nowhere in none of this stuff. They only care about Call of Duty, because that is how they make the majority of their money on microtransactions. But we ain't gonna go in that.
I mean, but you have to go into that, because like that's the biggest reason why he went there, and it's like so unprecedented for a leader of a company to go talk to them in this way for a acquisition. That's the reason why
That a competitor is doing.
say,
That a competitor is doing.
yeah, right. And that's why I say collusion, because when does this happen?
Never. Because
When do
okay,
you see that happen?
so to
Like,
make it to give even the appearance of it being fair, they have to invite
Right.
Microsoft to come and speak. They have to. Like,
and why wouldn't you have invited everyone to come speak? Is
That
Nintendo
part.
speaking? Are you speaking to Nintendo? Are you
Is
speaking to
Google speaking?
Google,
Like,
Amazon, Ubisoft? Like, who else are you speaking to? Why are you only speaking to Sony?
The
Like,
market
Trying to
leader.
show his face. Like, hey, insert name
That's
here. I'm
wild.
just coming here. Let's have a
Right.
conversation.
And
about
if you
this
wanted
deal.
to, talk to the other parties, why didn't you have a meeting and have everyone invited so they
And
can
have-
hear
and have a
everyone's
third party mediator.
opinion and not just the one? That's why it looks fishy as fuck.
very much so.
Mm.
Like, I just want
It
to see.
very
like,
much gives some hands were greased.
I hate to see it. I hate to see it because
she's not wrong. It's all wonder if the deal does not go through, can Microsoft have any recourse if this meeting is the cause of it?
they should shit. If I was a company of the team, if I was a company of a video game company that had a multi-million-dollar deal, and I got my team of lawyers and shit, and they telling me, oh, your competitor directly went to the offices to have conversations with other folks about this deal, I will feel a certain type of way. I will call my team and I'll be like, yo, we're gonna have to do some paperwork on them.
I'm just gonna say, generally speaking,
Okay.
anytime that happens, there can be some issues with like what had the word for it? Defamation.
Yeah.
Because it's the lie. It's like, okay, I'm just going to point to you to go watch Dustin Legary's recent talk about it. Like, he talked about what was being discussed, and just go listen to that. It can be some defamation stuff that happens because of this. Because some things are being said that's blatant, that's not necessarily true, and so yeah, I just leave it at that.
Shady.
Yeah, very shady. Some shadiness all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, at this point, I don't even care no more.
I know.
I still care because
Yeah,
I
still
still care
very much
because
care.
Game Pass, okay.
And I ain't been playing Call of Duty, and even though that game still sound like it's mid as fuck, I want to be able to play with people. Okay, I don't like not being able to play with my squad.
Yeah.
So I would love to be able to enjoy the game again, and I would love even beyond my own selfishness, I would love the company of Activision Blizzard and King to have a path forward, because right now they're in limbo.
That part.
Yeah, and I want World of Warcraft, on console, and it's a lot of other stuff too. They got Activision Blizzard King has a ton of great IP, and like Wiggy said, yeah, I want the same thing. I wanted
You
to
got a lot
survive.
of people whose lives are tied up right
Yes.
now, like in this deal.
I think-
So it's like,
Activision Blizzard has what 9,500 employees, something like that, 9,500 employees or something. And so the amount of studios, because it's a ton of them. I want to say how many? I feel like it's like 13 or something like that. It's a lot of
There's a
studios.
lot.
Yeah. And granted, majority of them are on Call of Duty, but think about what the implications of, like, what if some of those studios can, instead of having an annual Call of Duty, they can spin off and do other IPs. And I mean, just
That's what I'm
the
hoping for.
level of growth that they can do. They can, like, somebody in the chat mentioned Prototype. They can go back and, it's just, it's so much they can do. I think I feel like Prototype was EA though. I don't know. But it's just so much they can do with the backing of Microsoft. And that's why, I'm excited for the deal. And also on mobile, I'm excited for that too. Because I could easily see, because, having that level of expertise on mobile, knowing the market that strong and being able to apply other games there, which, if you think of mobile is still has the biggest demographic in the world. It's the biggest gaming demographic. And so if you can tap into that, I think that's beneficial too. So for them to just, for Sony to just point to Call of Duty, it just says a lot. It's like the only thing they're caring about is that they can continue that revenue going forward. And what trips me out about all of this, and I didn't really want to go here, but what trips me out about all of it is that that's the only thing they keep pointing at. It's like, God, Call of Duty, and it's so much, to me, it's so much, it's so many other things. Yeah, it's so much other things, and also it's beneficial for consumers. Like, that's the part that stands out to me a lot as well, is that, you know, by these games going to Game Pass, you no longer, well, not necessarily say no longer, because it's still an option, but you don't have to necessarily play the game by paying full price for the title like we do with all Game Pass games. So that's clearly beneficial for consumers, because, like, to give you a prime example, I got my nephew Game Pass, right? So he can just go and just download and play the games that he want when he wants. You don't have to worry about, oh, auntie, can you buy me XYZ, you know? So I don't know. I feel like it seems so backwards that, you know, FTC EU is saying that this is anti-competitive, and it's like how, and then we constantly see other larger conglomerates buying studios without any recourse. Like, and it's so weird to me. We've seen Disney, like, think about it. We've seen Disney like swallow companies with no recourse, and then so this happens, and then you know, it's like it just seems weird to me. But I mean, it is what it is. It is a big deal. I mean, it's a lot of money being spent, so I understand they have to kind of make sure that everything checks and balances, make sure everything is lines up. But yeah, I'm ready for it to be over now. It's like every week I feel like it's something new about this deal, and I'm like you said, Tonavella, right? Tonavella. So it's like, you know, I don't know. I'm ready for it to be over at this point.
All right. I'm going to change it up a little bit, and before we get to our tidbits, I would like to discuss everybody knows that we do our challenges here on GWG. Some is playing as many games in one summer. With the summer challenge, scary game challenge.
Ooh, let's go.
So today we are going to discuss that. Charisse, you ready? This is the last topic.
CHAREECE, let's get it.
Dead Space. She read her terms. She's agreed to her terms. I need this as a receipt, ma'am.
Yeah.
I just want to. This is my formal complaint.
She gonna start with a formal complaint. Oh my God. Lord.
You're making this so difficult. It's not that hard. It's not.
Right.
It's not.
You the last one.
Oh my God.
You pulling up the rear, man.
I know, and I want to stay back here. I want to stay way back here, like over there somewhere.
I'm so excited.
So, like, look,
wait.
I mean, you do have the option to, you know, not do the challenge, but
I didn't have that option. Like,
well,
I just want to point that out.
No. So for one thing, no one has backed down.
This
so
is true.
yeah.
And I'm not gonna be the first to do it, so I'm gonna peer pressure is a bitch.
Because I'm gonna say,
if
someone backs out, we need to have a back out, a bitch out clause for some type of penalty.
Future challenges.
There gotta be some type of penalty if you bitch out.
Oh my God! So we're not doing that. I'm going to do the challenge.
Okay.
How
do you feel? It's Dead Space remake, right?
Yes.
And I heard the remake did pretty good. It looks pretty clean.
Yes.
No,
I'm so excited. And I'm scared to watch it. I'm scared too.
I'm like, Delilah, you don't even like scared.
Because, like, I watching Boogie like this. Like,
you got your
I tell you what. I can't wait to watch too, because I know how I felt, and I'm telling you, my heart was like do
yes.
the whole time.
Yeah, like when I was playing medium, in that part when you get to the door and you looking through the little peephole and it just I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, see now, I remember that.
That was it. I wanted to throw the controller at that point and just stop. But I had 6 hours left. So look. I'm ready, CHAREECE. Let's go. What now? How we had talked about the dates. That's why let's get into the nitty gritty. When is the dates? When are we doing this thing?
Let me check my calendar real quick, because y'all is killing me. I want to start it on the 1st, February the 1st, that night. Not my regular in the morning stream. It'll be at night on the GWG channel.
Okay.
And then probably have to do maybe because I have to do 8 hours, right? 8 hours.
Well, I thought we had
Yes,
10. I
ma'am.
thought it was 10 hours. What happened? I thought her
No,
deal still
no,
8. What happened?
That's the 10-hour trial on
Oh. So it's 8 hours.
8
Okay.
hours.
Okay.
8 hours.
I'm a little salty about that. But okay.
How you salty when you had the least amount of hours?
So we done changed. Things have changed.
How? See, as much as she talk about me and saying, "Oh, she felt like she got robbed," when I was playing,
come on,
but
you
hey,
know,
I did 2
get
more hours.
robbed.
more than
we
you.
got robbed.
robbed.
I didn't
I
get.
said, y'all robbed yourselves.
I didn't
Y'all
get
robbed
the full
yourselves.
value for my.
didn't
I didn't get the
rob
full
ourselves.
value.
How the fuck did we rob ourselves?
Y'all are crazy.
No, we
This is about me though, because I completed my 8-hour challenge.
You know what? So next time, Boogie, we're gonna make sure we pick a game that we know.
Hell yeah.
I'm not picking a new IP that I don't know how scary it is or is.
Right.
It's on and popping. Wait till your turn come back around. It is
Hell
on
yeah.
and popping.
Well, that's how you feel. I understand, but I completed my obligations, and after
Look,
Charisse,
we're not saying you didn't complete your
you
obligations.
go before me. You go before me. Remember
Ain't
that.
nobody saying that you completed it, but all of us
The value we didn't get.
had a
We didn't get the
full
value.
meal, and you had a Mickey D's Happy Meal. Booty.
Oh my God.
No, she didn't even have that. She had 2 nuggets. She didn't even have a
Right.
whole meal. She
Right.
had 2 nuggets. Soft, okay, super soft.
Right.
So look,
That's all right, Delilah, because I got you before you get me. So
okay,
Don't
bet
worry.
it's going down, dude. It is
It's
what
going
it
down,
is.
okay.
It's what it is.
Charisse, make
I
sure
don't know.
you
I
have your
feel like
PayPal
we should all
on
just
point
vote
for
to
the
like
tip.
make Lady next. Is what I feel
Facts. I
That's
think
some
so
bullshit.
too. We could just skip
Put
me.
it
Hey,
in the
I
chat.
feel.
No, put it in
Yeah.
the GWG chat.
Yeah.
Put it in the
Yeah, let them decide. Let them decide. Let them
Let
decide.
Twitter decide. Let Twitter decide.
Done.
Yeah, let them
Done.
decide who goes next. That's
Let
fine.
me type this
Perfect.
shit up right now.
Go ahead and
you
do
done
it.
talked yourself in a corner. Look
Oh,
at you.
I ain't
on.
scared of
Yourself into a
nothing.
corner. Talk yourself
Hey,
into a corner. You know
chat.
what you about to vote on
Yo,
this?
chat, hear me out. Pick lady. Let's go. Put it up.
Right.
Put it up.
2023. Lady up next.
Lady up next.
Okay.
That's it.
No,
Hashtag lady
how
up.
many days? How many days is going to be the poll? How many days? How many days?
3.
48 hours.
Do you
Yeah. 2 or
48
3.
hours.
Okay.
48 hours.
48 hours while everybody's at home on the weekend? Sure, no problem.
Put in the chat, put in the tweet who you think should be the next person on the GWG challenge after Charisse. Anyway,
I feel like we old lady. Like
You know what? I'm voting lady because she keep on throwing my name out there.
man, y'all some fucking haters.
But
I
you
swear to
next though,
God.
Sharice. You next though. So no, I'm gonna get to you next. no, go get it
Delilah,
twisted.
you was supposed to be my girl, and you up here just.
I want it because you know why? I want to see it. Plain and simple. I like to see it.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I tried to watch videos of the original game, and I couldn't
Yo,
make it.
excuse me, Charisse. I don't want to see that shit, chat. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see ladies up next.
What
Oh,
they saying? What they
Lady up
saying? What they saying?
that's all right.
Hashtag
Lady up next.
I'm not scared. Let's go at all. Let's do it.
See, I knew
got
she'd
no-
do that shit. I knew she'd do that. Oh, I ain't scared. I ain't scared. I'll go
No,
next.
that's okay because I don't have a problem because it don't matter what scary game you're gonna give me. I'm gonna do my hours. So it's nothing. It's nothing.
She like challenge accepted. Let's go.
All right.
You saw me
so
get my
I got-
money worth.
It
Shoot.
sound like I don't even have to do a poll. It sounds like we all in agreement.
That's
no,
it.
but I
having
want
a
a poll.
sword.
I want a poll. I want to
It
be
sounds like we
fair.
having a chord right now.
I wanted to be a poll because I wanted to be fair because y'all jumping me right now and I don't appreciate it. It's supposed to be Sharice challenge time, not the challenge after.
Oh, but
Sharice time.
Sharice already signed her contract. Her junk is
Yeah,
already in ink. She
right.
good. We know.
Right.
We know what's up. We got the dates now. We good. Her ink is dry. We talking about what's next, and that's you. So let's get it.
So what we talking about? Like a new game or an old game?
We'll pick. I know what I'm picking.
There's some games coming down the pipe. So
What
Yeah.
games?
Don't worry about it.
What games?
Don't worry about it, cause you're gonna pre-research. We can't do that. We can't have that.
She said she gonna research that shit. Okay.
We can't have that. So look.
You gotta give me.
No,
Give me the game.
not yet.
You gotta give me the game before I agree to the time.
We in the planning phase. Come on
Right.
now, chill out. We gonna write the
I
contract.
understand.
Don't
Shit.
worry. The contract is coming. The contract is coming. Don't
The
worry.
contract is in the works, y'all. It's in the works. It's in the works.
Lord have mercy.
All right.
So Sharice, So your dates. You was talking about the dates. Let's make sure we right. You said it at night. Between 8 and 9. You said
yes, February 1st.
February
I'm trying to do the
1st.
first one. Try to do the second one either the 3rd or the 4th, and maybe the last one on the 5th. Get it all out that weekend. But yeah, I'm hopefully get it all done next weekend. If I'm screaming the entire time, oh well.
All right.
It'll make for good entertainment.
Yes, that's the whole point.
All right. So, tidbit time. Anybody got any tidbits? And we're gonna put big question your question, and we'll pick your questions out in a little bit. Look, if y'all putting the questions before the question your question part, I'm not going to dig through the chat to get it. There's an appropriate time for the question portion of the show. Who got tidbits?
Ooh, I don't even have any this week.
I don't.
Hi-Fi Rush, play it.
That's it. Well, that is a good one. I just want to talk about real quick how Warner Brothers HBO is pissing me off. They just canceled these Titans and Doom
What?
Patrol.
Oh my goodness. Titans.
Like, I don't know.
What are they doing over there? I thought those were doing well. I thought Titans and Doom Patrol was doing.
They were like they're not the
Mr.
best.
Manda came out and said that shit was decided before he got in there, but I don't know. I feel like that was
cop out.
Mm-hmm.
They just want I don't know. They want to restart the whole thing, but like Titans and Doom Patrol was again in its own universe. They have absolutely nothing to do with anything that was on any of the movies. So I don't know. I
guess I can say that Watch Wednesday on Netflix because it was a good chance that ain't gonna stay on Netflix. So by the end of the month. So if you haven't finished Wednesday or haven't watched Wednesday, watch it. So yeah, that'd be it, I guess.
For me, I would say what's name dropped yesterday. You People. It's funny. It wasn't a bunch. Sometimes with rom-coms, you have that like lull, right, where the movie is just like dragging on. I didn't really get that, but it was still funny. And then somebody being from the LA area, I love seeing my space being represented. And then there's a new show called Lockhart and Company on Netflix that is pretty cool. It's like imagine a world where ghosts were real, right? Oh, wow. And there were people who could see them, people who could hear them, and they basically have these kids fighting these ghosts.
Interesting.
And it's in the UK, so everybody.
And what is it called again?
Lockhart and Company. So Lockhart and Co. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That was a book.
Like how you pointed out the accents.
Might have been. Yeah, because I love that. I don't know what I've always found it very interesting to watch shows from overseas. So yeah.
I forgot movie night. Me and my husband we watched Beast with Idris Elba.
Ooh, how was that?
Cujo, but a mountain lion.
Oh wow.
That's a great description.
Right. Cujo, but a mountain lion.
But a mountain lion. And it was good. Like we was for one moment, I was rooting for the lion. Orders, but that's just
only CHAREECE really.
Like she was getting on my nerves, but I think that's the whole point of teenagers is to get on your nerves. So there might have been some personal issues in that one. But it was guys
triggered you a little bit.
Just a tad, like girl, you too much sass when there's somebody trying to eat you right now. So and plus he was cute in it, so that was always a plus. Yeah.
All right. I don't have any tidbits, so that's good. But yeah, I don't. Let's get to some questions. Boogie, would you be kind enough to grab the questions for us this week?
Hold on, I was putting out that poll.
Oh, really?
Let me go vote on it real quick.
Yeah, me too.
Make sure y'all retweet visibility as well.
I swear, y'all. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not even tripping.
And she put the hashtag in it. Okay, why you talking about me? Run that back, girl. Lady Infamous, and we gonna tweet it. Lady of X. Hold on.
All right, that's cool. That's cool.
Let me find these
I'm
questions.
looking for it right now.
Woo.
I put it in the chat. Don't worry, I got you.
CHAREECE, run that back.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Mad. Y'all gonna be mad when I rub this next victory in your faces. Y'all don't be mad. Cause I'm telling y'all right now.
At least I'm gonna get some my money
All right,
worth.
the first question. Right. Good. Look, I done already said y'all two played Game Pass games. I paid for my game and my shit.
We got
was
you.
probably
Don't
one of
worry.
the more
We got
scary
you.
ones. Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, your
right
game kinda
now,
freaking
right
me out.
now.
Yeah, I could barely watch her play. Like,
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's see. The first question I see is from Others Inc. I'm definitely not going up to the top of the chat for questions.
retype that if you can.
Yeah. Retype it if you want to. I might get to it. I might not, because that's how I do the questions. Do you think Naughty Dog is mismanaged, as they couldn't make enough improvements to make Uncharted up to date and unique to continue such an amazing franchise? I feel like their hands are like tied. Right?
The way they wrote the
Like,
story, yeah, I think just with the way they wrote the story, it's a fully closed loop, except for, like I said, the daughter part of it, but the story, they closed it. Like, it has to end.
like and then I feel like with his comment was like, we want to do other things, like we want to make more IPs. Like they've done a bunch of Uncharted, and they I'm telling you, they are milking fucking Last of Us dry. So they're probably ready to do some other
y'all
shit.
saw they already announced season 2 of that.
And they said it's supposed to follow the second game. I am not with it. I am not with it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some things in the boat. Things in the boat.
Y'all better get ready.
Things is gonna be thinging, and I ain't with it.
Better clench them pearls.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else want to talk on that?
No, I'm good.
All right. Let's see. I don't see another big question. Your question.
I feel all this haterness on me, man. I'm trying to be positive for the rest of the day.
Rest of the. I see. Did you skip some, Boogie?
Look, if it don't say question,
it does. You skipped the one at the before the Naughty Dog one. It was one that it says, "Did you see the Phil interview for IGN?"
Where?
Like, look above it from Rain G4.
Oh,
Do you see the questions asked about?
I think
I don't have
I seen the question. It was a little ways.
It was Rain G4. I don't know. I got my
at like 1 p.m.
No. I got my order. No, I got my order by Top Chat, and this when I asked your question, the second question was from Rain G4. It says, "Did you ladies see the Phil interview on IGN?"
I did not.
I saw it.
What was it about?
It was just they're asking him about the layoffs. They asked about 343. They asked about like the developer direct, because this interview happened right after developer direct. It was a really good interview. I don't want to spoil it for people, but go check it out. I think what he had to say about 343 was exactly what I was thinking. So if you had some questions about that, it should set your mind at ease a little bit. But definitely go check that out. It's since the other ladies hadn't watched it, I don't want to dig too deep on it. So
okay, so the one that you did was after the one that I did.
Oh,
because Other Things said my question is up there, and that's the one that I did. Then I was coming down to these. So then it's Rain G4, so we answer that one. The next one again from Rain G4. Did you see a question was asked if Hi-Fi was coming to PS5, PS4?
I didn't see
Hey,
I didn't see the question. And
don't y'all have computers? Go play it there.
They kept talking about
they don't want Xbox to have anything, do they? They don't want Xbox to have nothing. It's like they want
really
exclusives for their console and their platform, but they don't want Xbox to have anything. Like, how many times have we seen them asking about Starfield and now asking about Hi-Fi Rush? It's like, you don't want. I mean, I like the fact that exclusives make the platforms diverse. It makes them unique. So let Xbox have their IPs. This is a first party studio made a game for its first party platform. So what I don't understand that. They should want competition, not necessarily want to be like, oh, it's what makes these platforms great It keeps them competing against each other. Let Xbox have its titles. Like, come on. That's it. I just
Okay.
mini rant, but yeah.
Oh, that's okay. We all get them sometime.
Alrighty, so I think the next one is from Abacab with Forza and Starfield not coming out on the 6 months they said it would. Would you think Phil Spencer is trusted with his job anymore since he lied? I think that's kind of brazen,
right?
But
yeah,
development is hard.
I don't know.
Anything can happen with development. You can't just be like, oh, I mean, we've seen delays happen before. We've seen this happen in the industry. Games get pushed all the time. Think about what happened in 2020 with the pandemic and how all those games got pushed. So it just happens. If I feel like he lied, no, because the market, this gaming industry and this market is so unpredictable. You can literally, your game could be finished. Let's say your game is like 95% finished. You're getting the last bits done. You're doing QA, and QA finds a game breaking bug. So what you gotta do? You gotta delay it until that bug is fixed, because you can't ship it broken like that. So these things happen, and no, I won't feel like he lied. I feel like it's just something we have to deal with, and we've been dealing with in this industry. So no, I won't feel like that.
And I feel like neither one has gotten a date yet, right? Like,
facts.
So lied about what?
Makeup dates.
I mean,
and speculations at this point when it comes to
right.
All right.
I feel also that we earlier in this show we even talked about like there's so much to play, so yeah.
I'm not too worried about that at this particular moment.
Right now, I'm not.
We said this last year. We said that this part of the year was going to be slam packed with games.
Yeah, you got Wulong, you got Hogwarts. With Hogwarts, I mean, Dead Space just came out. I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
We got too much.
No such thing, but I'm okay.
All right. Do we have any more questions, La Boogie?
Question from LTech. Y'all got your Ant-Man tickets?
Yes. Thank you, Boogie, for telling me.
I'm gonna wait. Don't it go on Disney Plus?
In like 4 months?
3 months.
They gonna that's when I'm gonna see it, because I ain't gonna lie. Last time I went to the movies, I almost passed out over there. I'm like, I can't do it no more.
I'm tired, so you shouldn't have went tired.
Right?
You gotta get a full. You gotta go to sleep. Get some sleep. You can't go in there like running on fumes.
I wasn't even running on fumes. I bought the ticket and it made a whole day out of it. I was like almost in the middle of the movie. Not because the movie was bad, because it was so cold and the seats were so comfortable.
Look, ladies, so I'm gonna tell you, because I had to deal with this too. I had to really understand. I'm not a young buck anymore, and that I can't I gotta go when I'm like fully rested. I can't just go when I'm like had a few hours of sleep and just super tired.
I went at 6:30, so that was I went at 6:30.
I don't know. Y'all both sounding old. CHAREECE looking the same way. We like,
it is what it is, okay? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I've done that. I've gone to the movies like tired. I'm just like dozing in the middle of the movies. I finished it.
1975 of this fucking movie.
Right.
Wake up.
I done finished it. I finished the movie. Like, I don't fall asleep completely, but I find myself going like, no, I didn't. I'm like, y'all should have got some sleep. So I had to really kind of, when I know I'm going to the movies, like make sure I get a good night's sleep beforehand. But yeah, if it's me being older, it is what it is. Man, I deal with it.
Me and CHAREECE on the same page.
I'm trying not to say that, because y'all.
That's all right. I ain't tripping though. I'm not even going to even trip. I'm not.
Right? Like, cause all I see is y'all with like a little crochet sweater,
right? A little bunny hat on.
Right.
With y'all need a little chain on your glasses.
Right. For real.
Damn. All right.
There you go.
We got any more questions?
Wow.
High five, CHAREECE.
Wow.
I'm just saying, because y'all sounded kind of ooh.
Okay.
Man, you know what?
Yeah, it is what it is.
Bring your Werther's in your
Thank
purse
you.
too.
I know, right? Wait. Y'all got in that
With
strawberry
church candy
candy?
in it. What's up?
Where you get strawberry candy from?
Let's
They
go.
got the Werther's Originals around that joint.
That's the best part of it.
That candy good though. I ain't gonna hold y'all.
It is. All right. Let's see. I really don't want to ask this question, but Do you ladies think there was a lack of funding to Naughty Dog by Sony for them to drop Uncharted like that?
No.
Yep.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think it's just them looking at the market and saying, "Is this game doing what it needs to
Right.
do in this market?" Yeah,
Because they really could have put out like a piece of shit game and people would have bought it.
And-
Like,
I would
Oh,
say that. Dang, I wouldn't say
Just on
that,
name
but
recognition alone.
I think
Right.
it's because they're
it
working
has
on a
some
multiplayer,
brand
right?
loyalty.
They're working on a multiplayer, right? So I'm thinking that's just maybe that's it. The multiplayer they want to probably get that, or no, they're working on multiplayer for Last of Us. My never mind, my bad. I don't know. Ooh, I don't know.
All right.
All right, last question. Stitch,
Yeah.
what's your opinion on Epic reducing the XP game in Fortnite?
Ooh.
I don't
I'm
like
still
that.
playing anyway.
I didn't hear
So,
it.
hey, I'm not
XP
doing.
game means it's going to take you longer to finish the battle pass.
Yeah.
Maybe
So if you don't
people-
have the battle
people
pass,
finishing it too quickly.
Oh,
Yeah.
but there's like no lives. Like I feel like there's going to be people who finish the battle pass in like record time,
Still
regardless.
people
'cause
gonna
there's-
finish it crazy.
Yeah, because there are like too many people who just eat, sleep, and shit Fortnite. You know what I mean? I'm for real. Like you look up and like 48 hours later, somebody is already done with the battle pass because like they're just playing it like for 48 hours straight.
Ain't that much damn Fortnite in the world.
Nah. So I feel like them doing that isn't really gonna help because you
People do
have
those like 2-day streams and stuff though.
Yeah.
That's probably why. but-
right.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
understand those either, so you know.
Yeah.
They gonna make it harder for the casual folks that play.
all right. That is all the questions we will be able to get at this time. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yep,
It was
yep, yep.
lovely, exciting, informative, opinionated. I really like that. Let's start out with outros. We're gonna start out with the person who was hating on me the most today, LBOOGIE, because he wants me to fucking do this challenge early.
I was
can
hating on you the most.
I would, I over exaggerate sometimes. You know I love you, girl.
Look, make sure y'all go vote on a poll. All right. Hashtag
Let me go
Lady
check the
Next.
stat. Let me go check. Let me see the
Hashtag
poll
Lady
stat.
Next. All right.
Ooh, Boogie.
Is it me?
They got you second.
Yeah, it's probably because my showing was so good.
No, that's probably a lady voting for you.
That probably
It could be.
that's lady voting. That was you, lady, huh?
Hell yeah, I'm voting for her ass. What you think?
All right, let me go
Not
vote.
that many
this,
votes
I
up
ain't
there
voted
now.
yet.
Come on.
Yeah. Oh, she gonna vote lady. See?
All right. There you go. There you go. Refresh.
Let me retweet
All right.
this real quick. Let me
Okay.
retweet
But
this.
make sure y'all go vote on the challenge. Make sure you retweet and all that goodness so that we can get some more traction here and get a real accurate count. But it's a new week next week. My birthday is not next week, the week after. I'm actually getting
Yay.
excited now that it's getting pretty close. I have no plans, but I will not be working. That is one thing for sure. But yeah, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your time, play these games. There's plenty of them out there. And yeah, have a blessed week.
CHAREECE.
All right, everybody, it's your girl CHAREECE here. Please look out for my challenge stream sometime next week, Wednesday, hopefully. Because I'm sure they're gonna pester me until I do it.
You already know
Delilah. Delilah.
We're gonna
You
make
already
sure you
know.
link up with
You
the,
already
with the
know.
yeah.
You know what? And I already got what I'm gonna drink in my head. So go buy me whatever. Get
Yeah,
my
you might
cup.
need one for this.
I'm gonna say get my snacks. Yeah, all laid out here the way we can get into it.
I'm
yeah,
excited
y'all.
and scared for it, but yeah.
Me too. Same. But yes, y'all. Y'all have a good weekend. As you can see, hear me. I'm sick right now. But I came through for y'all because I love y'all. But yeah, y'all have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Okay.
All right. Mr.
Yes. First of all, I want to thank our lovely chat and everybody who support the show. We appreciate each and every one of you all. Thank you. Please tell your friends and share the show. Like I said, vote in the poll, please. And yeah, you all know you can follow me on Twitter, Delilah_HD. You can catch right here on GWG every Saturday, right here with these lovely ladies. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.
All right. For me, thank you for everybody that came through. Trust me, it feels good to talk to these ladies every week. almost like therapy a little bit, and I love them so much. Thank you, chat, for coming through every week, consistently giving y'all the best of us to y'all. And I might do something this weekend. I might stream. I don't know. I might put a poll up and see what I might stream this weekend. Probably Hi-Fi or maybe Call of Duty. I haven't played that in a while. Maybe Fortnite, something. I'm gonna do something. You can check me at Lady Infamous 415 on all social media platforms. We love y'all. Be safe. And you guys have a great and safe weekend. Peace.